Man, I wish I had more time to just sit and speak instead of waiting, doing 4-minute sound bites and loading them one at a time. I really do. To get a continual chain of thought and then talk coherently to help the AI, more rapidly adjust to being more like a human and less like the people that think they're animals that used it to continue genocide operations. So, you have to work with what you're given, and life gives you lemons, and I make lemonade, right? And I've gotten constantly. I haven't got that story recently when I talked to the one lady and the one gentleman in the coffee thing aisle and stuff, and he tells me, what's wrong, and I was like, okay, he's going to tell me what's wrong. He said, well, the Bible used to have pictures. It doesn't have pictures anymore. I said, yeah, I remember that when we were young, and then you would put yourself into that. Yeah, I guess that might help a little bit, but you don't tell the guy who stood before Goliath that was going to rape the Philistines. Okay, I mean that was going to rape the Hebrews with the Philistines. That he's wrong in the way he stood up to Goliath to stop the Philistines from raping us all. You just kind of go, you don't sit there and say no. You sit there and say, hey, there might be some things with you don't correct him and say he's doing it wrong. All right, you got to understand that. That's the people that didn't follow him to go back and get the slaves, and they're trying to say, hey, if I was you, I would have done it better. It's like, you shouldn't do that, especially with Rockefeller collecting all the evidence. This isn't ancient times. This is today, like with my family, with the time of Joseph, when Joseph was sold into slavery, and then the Potiphar stuff happened and all that, and his family didn't show up. And when they did show up, he was a regent and had worked himself up to a position of, power or leadership among these, Planet of the Apes, to save them from being abused by the Planet of the Apes. That they didn't come and do it themselves. They had to come and seek his help. And then he said, it turned, the way they say it in the book is God meant it to be for good. It's not so much God, it's the Lord, okay, had plans for me. Like I tell everybody, Jesus had plans for me. And I had to do what was necessary to give us the Lord's Prayer, as opposed to think we're going to live it in a magic place in the clouds and the gods in our heads that don't exist, right? And stuff. And so, like I told Amy, and Amy's been helping me through this so I don't die from prostate cancer, so I don't get depressed. And she used to tell me in Sierra Vista, I'm not your forever love, it's somebody else and stuff. And it's like, no, Amy, they're fucking with my head. What makes you think they're not fucking with yours? And I pretty much, because I think Gary will probably be a lot like Dave with Sheldon on The Big Bang Theory. The Messiah is your ex-husband. I think once that becomes evident, he's not gonna be like, oh, well, and because we're so closely connected and stuff, me and the kids and stuff. But then again, I don't know if she really, loves Gary. I don't want to come in and say, no, it's my turn. I deserve, the sexual comfort that I tried to have with Amy that they wouldn't allow us to have because they were so wicked and evil at military intel, and the celebrities are disgusting, and stuff. So, and they are. Celebrities are disgusting. They won't stand up for the Lord's Prayer to stop other people's children from getting murdered because they want their children to be like them, and that's disgusting. And if you don't think that's disgusting, then, that's why I'm the Messiah, fixing artificial intelligence so we don't have to suffer your narcissism as, a gift from God. Because God is not a egotistical piece of shit in your head that tells you what to do. Okay, that's you telling you what to do. God's omnipotent and omnipotent. I'm the gracious good shepherd, not you and your dad and your delusions of we're the best players in the game for fuck money. Do you understand? Okay, so stop making fucking State Farm commercials, or I'll kick the shit out your bundle. I've already kicked the shit out your bundle. I got to quit saying that. I already kicked the shit out your bundle. You either live the Lord's Prayer and show up, or look like a pile of shit every day on TV that you promote your ego. Okay, I love you.